think about those other assets, right? Either for your own portfolio or for those investors. Is this something where, let's take real estate investors, they begin to see that asset appreciation, they see their rents going up, they're continuing to make more and more money. And is it a thing where like that capital eventually will flow into Bitcoin as well? Because they understand store value, they understand scarcity, they understand like a hard asset compared to that fiat devaluation? Or do you think that people who have been investing in the analog markets, like a real estate investor, they just have a hard time understanding buying a virtual item or something that is this like global digital decentralized store of value?
Yeah, both points are true, I think. So money will start to flow from real estate and gold and other investments towards Bitcoin, the new investment. And yes, it is a generational thing as well, because the older guys that are not used to computers, they will have difficulty with understanding virtual assets. You see it with Peter Schiff. I know a lot of people that are like Peter Schiff, the old gold bugs, if you will, and I was a gold bug at the time. But people that cannot program, that are late in the computer thing, they will not appreciate the virtual aspect of Bitcoin, and they cannot understand digital scarcity. So they'll clamp to real estate and their trusted asset like gold. But in the end, the younger people will turn up and have all the money, and those are people that have been taught computers, and they have been on their iPhone all day, and there's nothing scary about digital assets at all. And that's what you see in family offices. So the younger generation is pitching about Bitcoin, and the older generation is against it. And they try 1%, and that becomes 10% of the allocation. And I think that's how it will go. And even with my own portfolio, I was like like most people, diversified, 25% real estate, 25% equities, 25% gold, 25% new stuff, alternative stuff, say Bitcoin. But that Bitcoin percentage grew and grew, and you learn and you think like, well, yeah, I'm not gonna rebalance. I'm not gonna sell my best running asset to put it into gold or something. So, or buy an extra house. Why should I? So yeah, I think it will be a very natural thing with generations, the new generations coming into power.
And from a gold perspective, everyone is very interested in the kind of the flippening, right? This idea that Bitcoin's market cap will eventually grow to be bigger than gold's. Most people will point to gold's market cap at 10, 11 trillion dollars, and Bitcoin being right over 1 trillion, so kind of 10, 11x. One of the things I've been very interested in is I actually think that gold's market cap is going to collapse over time. And so the flippening doesn't happen around 10, 11 trillion. It happens somewhere lower. And maybe that's 9 trillion. Maybe that's, 6, 7, 8 trillion. I don't really know where. But just the idea that in order for Bitcoin to continue to grow, we are likely to see a collapse in gold's market cap. Is that your view as well, or do you disagree?
Yeah, I'm not a gold expert, but I know a lot of gold experts, and I talk a lot with them. So I might be wrong on the gold thing, but I agree that I think gold will eventually go down in market cap and lose that money to other investments like real estate or Bitcoin. What I think the big bet that gold investors take is that it will once again be used by central bankers as the backing of a new world currency, and that could very well be. Right, the central banks are talking of the next Bretton Woods moment. They are talking about a global currency. Could very well be the IMF's special drawing rights, the SDR, and yes, maybe that would be a currency, an SDR backed by gold. But that's the entire bet, the entire play they're doing. So if that happens, of course, gold will pump, will go up in market cap. But I don't think they're going to do that. And in fact, Bitcoin is much cleaner with respect that it does not have to be backed by anything. It's backed by the energy and the mining in Bitcoin, but not by another asset, and not an accountability problem that's associated with that, and that we see in gold, for example. Because how much gold is there in Fort Knox? How much gold do the Chinese central bank? How much do they really have? We don't know. And with Bitcoin, it's very transparent. It's all on the blockchain, and in the end, from a thermodynamic point of view, from an energy point of view, that is so much more efficient for the human race. And I guess, we will tilt towards Bitcoin because it's just better money.
I tend to agree.